Hello, that's my first video of 2026, and I'm not proud to say that that's my first video because we are already in February, and that's my first video. Um, I wanted to be a bit more present in this channel this year. I wanted to take this channel a bit more seriously, but to be honest, it's actually been pretty hard for me to making videos for YouTube because it's a bit more hard to make them, especially because I don't have many tools and gadgets to make in this video. So I basically record in my cell phone. Take the audio through this microphone and record it in my notebook, and I have to edit everything alone. And it's a bit hard. And even though I have many ideas, I'm pretty creative about the videos. I have many scripts ready to make videos. It's a bit hard for me to record them and edit them. And I'm trying to deal with perfectionism because I'm a bit, not a bit, I'm actually pretty perfectionist. And for me, I'm not satisfied with the quality of my videos. And that's something that really motivates me to make more videos because I don't feel that I doing a good job. At least not the job that I wanted me to do. But I'm not able to make the videos in the quality I would like to make because I don't have the skills that I should have to make them. And I'm trying to deal with that. A lot is passing through my mind, and that's why I decided to make a more simple video because I have to, like make this channel happen this year. I want to make this channel happen this year. And even though I'm not in the point that I want, I have to do something. I can't just, like give up on anything and pretend that it doesn't exist. So that's why I decided to make this video. It's about something that is passing through my mind recently, and I don't wait you to agree with me, but I hope that are other girls around there that will kind of understand my feeling, and we can make we can kind of find a home in this community where we understand each other. And I really hope that I change my mind someday. It's not that this is a final thought. It's not that I wanted to believe it in my whole life. No, I want to change. I want to find someone. But it doesn't seem achievable right now. And that's why I decided to make this video. And I'm sorry for this big intro, but now let's go to the point of the video. Um well, as I said, I as it is in the video title actually, I'm in a point of my life that I can see myself being into a relationship. As I said previously, it's not something that seems to be achievable in my reality right now. And I'm kind of okay with that. And that's why I wanted to make this video. Because even though I think I would change my mind someday, if I don't, I'm not I'm not bad because of that. I'm not afraid of being alone. And I think this is a good thing because sometimes we feel a bit how can I say that? We feel sad, we feel down blue because you're waiting for something, and once this expectation is not fulfilled, we be we feel so sad that we can't see anything more about our lives. I don't know if I'm putting this in the words I would like to say, but it will make sense. But basically, especially with women, we were always taught that we should search for a marriage that will be only be fulfilled once we marry the guy of our dreams and have children. No matter how many things you do, no matter how many countries you know, no matter how many knowledge you have, or how successful you are, or how rich you are, and all, you only feel happy once you find a guy. That's what I was taught. And I believe many of you girls were taught. We have many movies about it. So most part of 2000s rom-coms, they were about it. Of they were about successful women that have amazing jobs, that have a good career, a good home and all, but they were not satisfied because there was always lacking of something. There was a space there that would only be fulfilled by a man, you know. And we grow up watching this. We grow up watching that. No matter how good you are in your life, in your career, how lovable your family is, and you have a good relationship with your parents, you have good friends, you'll only be happy once you get married and have children. And I'm not saying that it is a problem for you to try to find someone and be happy in a marriage or wants to get married. This is not a problem. This is not a problem. But the case is sometimes it won't happen. And you have to be fine with the idea that it may not happen, you know? And that's the point of the video, because I have in mind that I may not get married based on who I am, based on my personality. I may not find a guy that will actually make me happy. And maybe I'll have to find my happiness alone. And I'm okay with that because life is not shortened in married. It's not. It's not. Life is much more about it. Because once we watch a romantic movie, we have this idea that once they get married, they will be happy forever. You know, that's how most part of Disney movies ended. But what happened after that? There are many things after that. And you have to understand that getting married is just one thing. Your life will not be only your marriage. Will not. You have so many other things. You have other dreams. And it's really necessary to have them. It's really necessary. And you cannot be waiting for this. Like I've seen many women, especially because I was raised in church. So in church there are many there's romanticization of marriage. So most part of girls there, they have this idea that they have to get married. Especially because church has many other things that you can only have a sexual life once you get married. So many girls only get married because of that. But it is much more that I've seen many girls thinking that their lives would only start once they get married. And no, your life is happening. It won't start once you get married. No, no, your life is happening right now. You should not have to wait your marriage to be happy. No, and that's what I was thinking about, because I know I'm a hard person. I'm not easy to deal with. Many people like me at the first sight, but once they get to know me, they see that I'm not an easygoing person. I'm hard to deal with, and I recognize it. It's my personality. I have such a, how can I describe my personality? I already have a video about it, that I'm an INTJ. And you can understand a bit more about my personality watching that video if you're curious about. But I'm not easy to deal with. I've heard this my whole life. My parents tell me this like every week. They say, you're hard to deal with. And I understand it. So if a guy really likes me, they will have to understand that it not be easy. But doesn't mean that I'm a bad person every single time. I have qualities the same way I have defects. And you have to deal with both. You have to deal with my qualities and my defects. And a marriage is about it. And I understand that I'll also have to deal with both, you know? But sometimes, especially for us women, we have to be perfect all the time. And we doesn't receive it back. So we have to be understanding. We have to be moderate. We have to be calm. We have to be wise all the time. But we don't receive it back. So for me, it's pretty hard to trust a guy, because I know that most part of them expect from me to be this kind of woman. And sometimes I won't be this kind of woman, because my personality is not shortened in being a woman. I have a mind. I have a temperament. I have a personality. You know, we women are not, like defined only by our gender. No, we have our minds. And I hate that most part of men, they want someone who will perform this um stereotype. I don't know if I pronounce it right. Uh, of this perfect female, you know? And I'm not like that. I am not like that. And I know that will be hard, because no matter how can I say that? No matter how feminist your boyfriend is, your husband is, he is he will wait from you some gender roles that you may not attend, and it will cause some fights in your marriage, you know? And it's hard to deal with that. I know that it's hard. So the point is, I may not find someone who I will truly trust, because I have many trust issues. I recognize it. I may not find someone that I fully trust. I may not find someone who will actually understand me and will actually match with me. And if I don't, I'm fine with that, you know? Because I also admit I'm not an hypothetical person. I admit that I have high standards when it comes to men. And I'm not saying about like being rich and all those things. No. But I am very, very picky when it comes to person who I have a relationship with. It is not only about men, but about my friendships in general. I'm really picky. For me, it's really important that we have a good relationship, that we understand and respect each other. So that's why for me it's really hard to have a close relationship, because you won't have it with anyone. You won't. So I don't have many friends. I have few friends, and I have an amazing relationship with them. But it took time for us have this closeness, you know? And I think that when it comes to, like romantic relationships, you should be even more picky because you have to live with this person. You probably have children with this person. It's such a deep in relationship, you know? Because no matter how close you are from your friends, in the end of the day, you probably don't live in the same house, or if you do, it won't last forever. At some point, you will end up following different paths. But when it comes to someone that will have a relationship with, uh, you share a life. You literally share a life. You turn into one person. Your plans will be the same. You have to include this person in all your plans. So for example, if today I want to leave my country, I won't bring my best friend with me because she has her own life and she doesn't have this um obligation of coming with me. But once you're married, it will be such a requirement. You have to make plans. You have to include one another in your plans. And if you are not doing this, you may reconsider your relationship. So it's much deeper than a friendship. Much, much deeper. And I think the problem is, I was thinking about it because once I was watching a video about human who dream of getting married and they're getting older and older and they still didn't get married because they're waiting for the perfect guy. And they feel truly sad because, as I said, they're getting older and they still haven't found the their the love of their lives. And I really feel sad about them because you can see that they waited their whole lives for the guy they truly wanted to get married. And they were like, this may never happen. And I could understand their sadness. I could understand. And that's why I started to think about it because I even though I could understand, I could feel, empathy for them. I don't feel the same. Because if I never find a guy, if I never get married, if I never find the love of my life, I find because I can't picture a life without a partner. And that's the point. It's okay for you to want to get married. It's okay for you to have this dream. It's truly okay. I think this is amazing. And as I said, I'm not against the idea of getting married. It's not like I don't want it. I'm totally against women getting married. No, it's the completely opposite. But I think the point is, it's okay for you to want this. But you have to be fine about it if it does not happen. You have to see a life where you don't got married and you'll find happiness the same way. That's the point. That's the key. That's the key. You have to learn to be happy with your own company. You have to learn to be happy if you don't get married. You have to learn about it. Because if you think that you'll only be happy if you have one thing, once it doesn't happen, you'll feel really, really frustrated. And it's really dangerous because you may even lost the hope in life. And if you're feeling like this right now, listen to me, search for help. You have to search for help because it's a really, really, really serious thing. But that's the point. We women, we're not taught to be happy taking other choices but marriage and motherhood. But it's okay. You can be happy if it doesn't happen. You can. Of course, you will miss something, but let me tell you something. You will always miss something. There's a quote of Soren Kierkegaard. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm really sorry, but I will learn to pronounce it right. So, sorry, Denmark, for don't know how to pronounce his last name. But it's such an interesting quote that he talked about it. That no matter what decision you take, you will always regret. You know, there will always something lacking. So if you think that that will be complete once you get married, let me tell you something. There will always be something that we regret. Always, no matter what. There will. So you think you may fight with your husband once and think, if I never got married to him, how my life would be. At least once you think it. And if you don't get married and be single for your whole life, you think how my life would be if I choose to have a family. You know that no matter what choice to take, you always think how your life would be if you took another decision. That's what I'm trying to say. So, what I'm trying to say is if your dream is to get married, don't be so close minded. Try to picture a life where you didn't get married and you could find happiness in this life. Because let me tell you something, you can always go to college if you feel so. You can always travel. You can always have the bag you always dreamed of having. You can have the jewelry. You can have your own flat apartment, no matter how you call it. You can have your dream car. You can have your friends group. You can write a book. It all will make you happy. You can have a good career. You know, you can be a good daughter to your parents and take care of them in their elderly. You know, so if this dream of getting married don't happen, then we will always have many other things that will make you happy. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. So that's why I decided to make this video, because that's what I'm thinking right now. I may never get married. I may never have a partner. I may never find someone that I truly love and will love me back the way I want to be loved. But if it doesn't happen, I'm fine, because I can think many other things that I can do. I can find my own happiness alone. I can be happy with myself, you know, because I see there are many people around the world, people that I can be friends with, people that I can work with, you know, people who will be by my side once I need someone by my side. I will always have my parents, I will always have my siblings, you know, and not always, because life doesn't last forever, but I will have them, and I really hope to have them for a long time. So I will never be completely alone. And above everything, I will always have God in my life. So no matter how lonely your lives look, you're never alone. You always have God by your side, you know? So that's what I'm trying to tell to myself. So if you're thinking that you are never getting married, don't be so pessimist, because it may happen. I truly believe that it may happen. But if it doesn't happen, that's okay. You can find happiness in other things. So, as I said, I understand that I'm a picky person. I understand that I have high standards. I understand that I'm not easy to deal with. And because of all those things, I may never find someone. But I'm fine with that. If I don't, I have many other things that I wanted to do, that I want to do. And I will try my best to make them come true, you know? And it's actually good because I can focus on me. I don't have to think about somebody else. I'm taking care of myself and only myself. And that's a good thing as well. That's also a good thing. Of course, it's amazing to take care of other people, but it's also good to take care of yourself. It's also good to think about yourself, you know, and try to make yourself happy. It's you love yourselves too much that will not never give up of reaching the happiness that you deserve. And that's what I'm trying to do, you know. So that's the video. It's actually quite a long video. I'm I really like you and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, follow me on other media. I always let them in the description. So you can follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Rednote, that I really like this social media. You can follow me there. And I hope to be more present in this channel from now on. And see you in the next video. Bye.